Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First, I want to thank those of you here in this studio who took your time to come and to hear the message I have to share with people all across this country. A message that needs to be said because of the magnitude of the problem that our nation is facing today in our time. Campaign for America is leading the way to inform, to educate, and inspire American patriots to stand up, to speak out, and to fight the good fight of faith against the evil agenda of socialism now being aggressively advanced all over our country, being aggressively advanced by the Democrat Party of the United States of America. All across America, socialists are on the march. They're changing the Democratic Party, which was once the party of FDR and JFK, into the party of Marx, the party of Lenin, and the party of Stalin. Instead of using the Constitution of the United States as a guide to governing, a guide that advocates that the people and not the state is the ultimate authority, the Democrat Socialist Party of the 21st century is using the Communist Manifesto as a guide to governing, a guide that advocates that the state and not the people are the ultimate authority. Campaign for America is on a national campaign, not only to help re-elect President Donald Trump, but also to elect Republican congressmen and women all over this country, because that is the only way that we are going to stop this evil agenda, ensuring that American patriots, like our president, and like most of the Republicans in office today, will stand by the flag that you see behind me, will stand by the Constitution of the United States of America. But we're also campaigning to hit back at what has become a very dangerous Democrat Party, a very dangerous party that has embraced policies that advocate the elimination of many of the freedoms and liberties that we as Americans enjoy today. And we have seen our liberties disappear. We have seen our freedoms disappear by the sheer actions of Democrat socialists in many cities and states across America. Churches and other houses of worship across America are being burned and defaced. The Second Amendment rights of Americans all across our nation is being hindered, if not outright being taken away. The right of conservatives to assemble is being denied in some states. And lessons about American history and capitalism in our educational institutions has been replaced with the history of atheism, communism, and socialism. These are undeniable facts that any one of you listening to me this morning who are here and who are watching me on YouTube or Facebook or any social media platform, these are undeniable facts that you can follow up on and research and find anywhere on social media. There is indeed an aggressive movement to take our country from the wonderful, beautiful land of liberty and opportunity to become a socialist country, a communist country, one similar to what we saw in the Soviet Union before Ronald Reagan took them down, and one that we are now seeing in communist China, who, by the way, may be very well fueling the violence that we see across this nation. In every town, in every city, in every state where Democrats are in control, the social agenda of Marx, Lenin, and Stalin is being advanced. We know that's happening. We know because out of the playbook of the Communist Manifesto, out of the playbook that was authored by Marx, Lenin, and Stalin, there are many, many things that are going on in this country that would never be going on years ago. Because we had two parties, the Democrat and Republican Party, that did, for the most part, stand up for American patriotism. But that was then, and this is now. The defunding of police. What would the motive be to defund police? I'm asked that question all the time. Well, you defund your local police and then you get rid of your local police. And what do you have left? The creation of a national police force. A national police force like the one in Beijing, like the one in Moscow. We're going down a path that we do not want to go down. And this is why Democrats all across the country are leaving that party through a movement called the walkaway movement. And this is why American patriots are now standing up and speaking out and marching and rallying and getting on social media like I am to heighten the awareness of the American people that we truly are in danger. The greatest national security threat to America is not China. It's not even terrorists. The greatest national security threat to the United States of America today in our time is the Democrat Party, the party that has embraced socialism, the party that has embraced communism. We American patriots can no longer allow this to continue. We must not let this stand, and we must unite as a free nation and destroy this evil agenda before it destroys us. Now is our time. Not tomorrow, not next week. Our time did not pass yesterday. Now is our time. Let history show our children, our precious children, and our grandchildren, that in our time, in your time, in my time, we, the moms, the dads, the grandparents, the aunts, the uncles, we American patriots in our time stood up. We spoke out. And yes, we want to be able to tell them that we did all that we could do in our time, so that in their time, they could live in an America, that is still that shining city on a hill where liberty and freedom reign. I'm Lieutenant Stephen Rogers. Thank you for joining me this morning. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.